Remdesivir does not cure. There are studies that have shown that remdesivir decreases the duration of illness. There is also studies that show there's a trend towards decreasing the death rate. But unlike, let us say, tuberculosis, where you give anti-tuberculosis medicines and it cures the person of tuberculosis completely, remdesivir does not do this. In fact, the large study that was done, the Solidarity study, largest study so far, did not show any advantage of remdesivir with respect to time to ventilation, with respect to duration of hospitalization, or mortality. So remdesivir at the best decreases the duration of illness, but it does not cure a person from COVID-19. COVID, the consequences or the mortality or the severity is all related to the response of the body to the infection, the exaggerated immunological response, what we all now know as the cytokine storm. That is what determines the outcome. So remdesivir does not cure COVID-19. Remdesivir is an intravenous molecule which is a prodrug of an adenosine analog. Remdesivir binds to the viral RNA polymerase and inhibits viral replication through premature termination of the RNA transcription. Essentially what it means, it mimics an essential component in the building up or in the replication of the RNA virus, which is what is COVID-19, and hence prevents the multiplication of the COVID-19 virus in the body. Remdesivir is by and large a fairly well tolerated drug. Its main side effect is an elevation of liver enzymes, and occasionally you can actually get liver dysfunction. Some patients, when giving the drug intravenously, might develop fever, and very rarely, occasionally, patients might even develop hypertension or fall in the blood pressure. Okay? Nausea, vomiting, like many other drugs, is also known. Like any other drug, allergic reactions to remdesivir are known. They are not very common, but they are known. As remdesivir does not has an effect on liver disease, people with liver disease are best not given remdesivir unless there is a real reason to think that it's going to make a difference in the outcome. Similarly, remdesivir should not be given in people who have significant kidney failure. And there are studies which show that it probably may not be making a difference in the outcome of patients with COVID-19. And the Solidarity study, which looked at 11,000 plus patients with COVID-19 across the world, which is probably today still the largest study, which is quoted by the WHO, on the basis of which they decided that remdesivir is not effective. Because that study showed there was no difference in the mortality, no difference in the time the patient went on the ventilator, and there was no difference in the time to discharge. Okay. So hence the WHO said that remdesivir is not useful in COVID-19. But the US regulatory agents have still recommended remdesivir because, like I said, there are some studies which have shown a trend towards lesser deaths. There are studies which have shown that people who are put on oxygen, maybe they require and they will do better if given remdesivir. And hence, the US, the NIH recommendations are that remdesivir be given for patients with moderate to severe. So we do not have conclusive evidence that remdesivir is effective, but considering the situation in patients, it seems to be prudent that in patients who have moderate to severe disease, that is patients who begin to need oxygen, be given remdesivir. But if it is not available, it doesn't mean there's no evidence to suggest it's definitely going to have an adverse outcome. The most important thing is best supportive care. Best supportive care is what? Giving controlling all the comorbidities, giving oxygen at the right time, ventilating the patient at the right time, and supporting all other metabolic complications that can, or infection, secondary infection that can happen patients when they have severe COVID-19 infection. No drug which is as yet available, antiviral drug which is yet available for COVID-19. What we have is what I told you earlier, drugs which may be effective against the cytokine storm. The cheapest and the best is steroid, that is dexamethasone. There are other agents, but probably I think steroid is the most effective at the moment drug that is available for fighting the cytokine storm.
कैसा लगा ये वीडियो हमें कमेंट सेक्शन में ज़रूर बताएं और अगर ये वीडियो पसंद आया हो तो इसे लाइक और शेयर भी करें और हमारे चैनल एशिया नेट न्यूज़ हिंदी को सब्सक्राइब करना ना भूलें और इसके नोटिफिकेशन पाने के लिए बेल आइकन को ज़रूर दबाएं।